Brian Woods. Today I'm doing a demo of my Bad Cat Cougar 50. This is just a really big step up for me personally. This is my first tube amp, and it's just amazing. The tone, the sound, the fullness, and the sustain of the amp is just exactly what I was looking for in an amp. So it's a 2-channel amp. It has a clean channel and a lead channel. So the clean is great for pristine, clean, shimmery stuff with all kinds of delays and reverbs and tremolos and stuff, and it's also great for kind of laid-back blues or country stuff. So really versatile clean channel. And then at the lead channel, it's fantastic. It has at the gain at like about halfway up, you get that just great classic rock sound, and then as you turn the gain up, you just get into really crazy metal, intense, heavy areas. So what we're going to do now is we're going to run through some of the cool features of the amp, just give you some of the specs and give you some cool sounds that the amp has. First of all, again, as I said, it's a 50-watt all-tube amplifier. So, I mean, I could not believe the sound when I plugged it in. There's just so much sustain and so much sweetness from the tubes. I mean, it's fantastic. It's amazing. It's really blew me away. It has 3 12AX7 tubes and 2 EL34 tubes. So, great classic sound. Foot switchable channels. I have, unfortunately, foot switch is not included when you buy the amp. So I had to go to Guitar Center and pick up my own foot switch, but it's great. It can switch between channels and also turn the reverb on and off. Speaking of the reverb, it's a Ruby Tube spring reverb. So, I mean, doesn't get much better than that. Just great natural spring reverb. Sounds fantastic. Really fills out the sound and gives you a lot more depth to your tone. It has a effects loop, so I'm running 2 pedals in the effects loop right now. I'm running a tremolo and my Flashback X4, which is doing delays, any delays that we'll be doing, and mostly it's just for loopers, but I'm really not going to be using any pedals for this demo. You heard some in the intro track, but all the tones you'll be telling me from the amp, so I'm not using any distortions, any drive, any reverb, anything. It's all coming from the Bad Cat. What else can I tell you? It's got a really interesting control layout. So on the clean channel, you really only have 4 controls. You have the volume for the clean channel. You have a 4-way tone selector switch, which is a really cool feature we'll check out in a second. And then you have presence and reverb. Right now, I have the volume kind of down low because, again, this is a 50-watt amp, so it's really loud. And the tone I have in this 4th position of the selector switch, I like to keep the presence a little down pretty low, so I have it set about 9 o'clock if you're thinking of in time terms, because I really don't want it to be too bright. And then the reverb is about 9 o'clock as well. So here's just a quick example of the clean tone. Again, no effects. This is just the amp, and then going through this cabinet, which has a vintage 30 and a greenback in it from Celestion. So here's the clean tone. Again, just a really nice, basic, sparkling, rich, clean sound. It's just a fantastic blank canvas for different effects or just playing nice acoustic-y kind of stuff on electric guitar. Now I'm going to demonstrate real quick the tone switch. So this controls the overall tone of the clean sound. So here's the first position. Oh, let me turn my volume on, sorry. Here's the second position. 3rd position, and then lastly the 4th position. And the 4th position is my personal favorite. I mean, I just keep it set on there, so I switched through them and I decided that this one is the one that I like. And then also, the presence control just offers so much more versatility. Again, I have it set pretty low because I'm just playing by myself. If I was jamming in the band or with my brothers, or I was playing a gig, obviously I turn the presence up to cut through the mix a little bit more. But I'll just demonstrate that really quick. So here it is at 9 o'clock. Going up to 12 o'clock. A lot more brightness coming through. Here's at 3 o'clock. And all the way up. And you can just hear the crystalline quality of the sound just getting more and more, not high pitched, but just more and more in your face, cutting through the mix. And you can imagine in a live setting, this clean sound is just amazing. Now we're going to switch over real quick to the lead channel. So I'm going to use the foot switch, but again, also on the amp, there was a built-in little switch right here, but because I'm using the foot switch, I really don't have to worry about it. So the controls for the, let me put it on. Keep going dirty in a second, but the controls for the lead channel are gain, bass, mid. It's a really, really cool feature. They have this built-in mid boost, which I'll demonstrate in a second. Treble, and then of course master, presence, and reverb. So the lead channel has a lot more EQ on it, but I think for what the clean channel does, it really doesn't need all the EQ that the dirty channel has, because the lead channel just needs a little bit more adjustability for the tone. So I have it set currently. I have the mid cranked all the way up. The bass is about 2 o'clock. The treble is about 12. And I have the mid boost. Again, it's a 4-position mid boost. I have it in the 4th position, but we'll demonstrate that in a second. Here's what my sound is for the dirty channel. And again, that's just with the gain at 12 o'clock. So there's so much more potential in this amp. And the volume is really, probably about maybe 10% on max. This amp has so much potential. More than enough. Tone is exactly what I'm looking for. It's a really classic rock, guitar tone that I just love. I love the sound of it. So I'm going to really quickly demonstrate the 4-position mid boost, because this I think is one of the most innovative features of this amp and one of my favorite features. So here's the mid boost in position 1. Going on to position 2. Third position. And finally, my favorite position, the 4th position. Again, as you can hopefully you can hear it through the mic, is that as you move up the position, the mid boost, really sound that I really enjoy. I think it sounds really great. Jam sessions every once in a while. We have drums and bass, and this sounds so sweet, so warm, but really has a nice bark. Is fantastic amp, great tones. And keep in mind that because I'm doing this demo, I mean I have it set to my sound, so there's a lot of versatility, and the presence again on the lead channel is set very low. It's only at 9 o'clock. So I mean, there's so much more potential to this amp that I've barely tapped into. But I've had it for about, I'd say, 2 months now, and it's just blowing me away. The sound, the quality, all the cool features that it has built in. I mean, it's just a really, really awesome amp. From what I can tell online, I've looked at a few retailers. It's going for around $1,200. You can look up different retailers if you want, but I think it's a really great bargain for a real Bad Cat. That's just fantastic. Just to clear up some confusion about the Bad Cat Cougar series, a lot of people, there's a lot of stuff on the internet that's talking about it and what where it comes from and stuff like that. If you don't know, Bad Cat is a boutique USA amplifier builder, and they build amazing amps. A lot of great musicians like Keith Urban use them. Just amazing amplifiers. However, because they're built in the USA, because they're handmade, they're very, very expensive. I want to say that base models are around $3,000-$4,000. I may be wrong, but thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for a USA made Bad Cat. So what this Cougar series is, it's kind of like, if you think of it like a PRS SE series or an Epiphone. They take the Bad Cat design, Bad Cat approves this design, but they build them in the Far East to reduce the price. So, for instance, a PRS SE, if you go into the store, you play them, it's a fantastic, amazing guitar, but it doesn't cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. That's the way that this Bad Cat Cougar is. It's an amazing amp. It's just built in the Far East, so it doesn't cost as much. So that should hopefully clear up some confusion for you, whether or not they're actually Bad Cats. Bad Cat, again, the Bad Cat factory doesn't build them because the Bad Cat factory is in the U.S., so they're built in a different factory in the Far East. But Bad Cat has approved these amps, so they're real Bad Cats. But again, they're just made somewhere else to reduce the price but keep the tone. It's just it's blown me away, this amp, really. I mean, when I bought it, I didn't know what it would sound like. There weren't that many videos on YouTube or anything about the sounds. And when I got it and plugged it in, it just was amazing. It was just thick, immense classic tone that I was looking for, and so much more potential, so much more volume in this thing that, I mean, I haven't even yet scratched the surface of the versatility of this amplifier. So I've been Brian Woods. Thank you so much for watching today. Keep on rocking.
Wow.